So, ihr könnt schon mal alle wieder Platz nehmen. Denn jetzt werden wir euch hier noch ein bisschen fordern. Der Vortrag ist nämlich auf Englisch. Die Folien hingegen sind auf Deutsch. Ja, das kann funktionieren, indem man sich auf das, was dort steht, konzentriert. Und wer Englisch kann, kann natürlich auch dem Englischen folgen. Beides ist kein Problem. Wir starten jetzt mit Michal Kravcik aus der Slowakei. Michael ist ausgewiesener Experte zum Thema Wassertechnologien und hat auch einen Doktor. Michael macht die erste halbe Stunde und im Anschluss folgt Volker Reusing. Volker, zeig dich mal bitte, wo bist du? Da ist Volker, herzlich willkommen. Und Volker übernimmt dann nach einer halben Stunde Online-Vortrag und macht hier weiter und im Anschluss wieder Frage-Antwort. Das Thema des Vortrages ist Rain for Climate und Climatic Shutdown durch die WHO. Und wie gesagt, die Folien werden gleich geöffnet. Ich gucke mal kurz zur Technik rüber. Ist der Michael startklar? Okay. Michael, are you ready to start your presentation?
Yeah, I am ready.
Okay. These are your 30 minutes.
Okay. Thank you for inviting to me and herzlich willkommen, Damen und Herren. Sorry, I don't speak Germany. I'm speaking only English and Slovak language because in the communistic era we are learn only Russian language. Sorry about that. And I would like to present it to you some my knowledges which we developed with my team around relationship between water and climate. And this era which we developed, this concept was starting on close to 1988, and which means more than 30 years. And after Velvet Revolution, we are established with People and Water NGO in Slovakia, and we trying slowly develop this and deeply understand what is mean water and influence on the anthropogenic impact from humans to degradation of small water cycles and what is mean for climate change and so on. And I would like to present this concept which are quite interesting. And in March we presented this concept on the United Nations Conference about water, and with our State Secretary of Ministry of Agriculture together, and because the State Secretary is this co-author of New Water Paradise together with me, and with Water for Climate Healing, it means to visit, if you like, deeply is this website which can to find more understandable, but only in English in this moment. What is necessary to do to understand, because my background is I'm a hydrology engineer, but my team is quite more diverse, together with Czech guys, which are oriented to a relationship between water and thermoregulation system, because we know that we need to deeply understand how is change of energy flow in atmosphere due to degradation or dry up of lands. And his concept is very simple, because look about this is, if you have, for example, humid landscape like meadows, wetlands, and good condition of water in forests and agricultural lands. After that, it is dominant from solar energy transformed to latent heat, and with latent heat, flow to atmosphere together with vapor water. If we dry up of landscape like agricultural land and degrade of in the forestation system too, or to urbanization of landscape, after that it is solar energy transformed to sensible heat. And we need to understand that it's for 1 cubic meter, which are vapor, which means change from water to air, consumes 700 kilowatt hours of energy. And this is about problem in Slovakia, and we was completely shocked how is dramatically change everything due to the degradation of dry up of lands. And we developed this concept about this is what is mean about to change of increasing of temperature in troposphere, which means it's last, for example, 5, 6, 7 decades is dramatically growing of temperature in troposphere, and in higher layer of atmosphere is decreasing. And why? If you have good condition of water in the nature, after that with solar energy, have influence on the vapor water to atmosphere and concept of latent heat. And due to law of saving energy, this energy flow with vapor to atmosphere, and after condensation create clouds, and this after raining starting to spread this energy to higher layer of atmosphere, which means it is good pumping of energy from troposphere to atmosphere. If we dry up of lands, like for example in my city in Košice, in eastern part of Slovakia, and in annually runoff from ceiling, paving, asphalting, and roofing space around 10 million cubic meters. And it is only 250,000 inhabitants, and annually is lost 10 million cubic meters, which means 10 million cubic meters which are lost from ecosystem, create overheat of whole system and create its heat islands. It's like a very dangerous situation, and inside in urban zone, its temperature is 3-5 degrees is higher like outside of landscape. And this is important to understand about this relationship between solar energy and water in atmosphere, in landscape, in atmosphere. And it's if we have good condition of water source, which means it's water recycling in small water cycle, because with water vapor to atmosphere after condensate and starting to again pumping water to atmosphere, and the same is latent heat. If this system is degraded, which means the solar energy cannot to consume of vapor water to atmosphere, and after that is transformed due to law of saving of energy on the sensible heat. And with sensible heat, it is stayed on the troposphere. And around this is this decreasing of vapor water in atmosphere. And if you are looking on the catastrophic example on the Germany in Netherlands close to Belgium in 2021 about this dramatic flash floods which are kill a lot of people, to get a lot of damages, which means in your urban zone in east part from this region, and was precipitation was about 10-20 millimeters, but in west side from this was raining in very short period, about 100, 120, 50 millimeters is followed down very intensive and create danger condition for communities around these mountains, and create and kills a lot of people. And we need to understand that with this problem is growing from heat islands and around physical approach is starting to produce filter to stop to flow humid air to inside, and after that it is accumulate and created massive vertical clouds, which are completely danger for created new reality. It is like a couple of months was in Slovenia, and we had in 1998 in Czech Republic, 1997 in Czech Republic, 1998 in Slovakia, and these rain bombs is the result from real change of overheat of dry lands and created new reality about a distribution of rain in territory. And how is working in small water cycle? Look, this is picture from Netherlands, close to you. And I select this picture, it is roads. And look, this trees was planted at the same time, around 25 years ago. And look, this right side of trees is completely very poor. And this is left side trees is quite rich trees. And why? Because have a lot of water. And this water on the paving, it is runoff away to sea and contribution to sea level rise. And this water from small water cycle lost from the system, and after that it is decreasing of growing of trees, because these trees have not water and starting to degrade. And this small water cycle is really not close. Because if we starting to change and to create damaged landscape with channelize of rainwater, after that is water loss. And we calculate in Slovakia that from our research is that it's annually lost around 1% of water from small water cycles. And annual balance of water cycle in Slovakia small is about 25 billion tons of water. And 1% it is 215 million cubic meter, which is lost from Slovakia on the annually, and this is our contribution to sea level rise. And I am still don't understand why scientific community still looking on the iceberg, not looking on the change of landscape. How is important is this harvest of rainwater on the system, on the landscape, and to support vapor. And it's a lot of paper are oriented, for example, in hydrology, that it is water which are vapor to atmosphere is lost. It's not lost, because with water which are vapor to atmosphere, pumping of energy and create cool effect together with pumping this water to create clouds, and clouds create rain again. And we need to support to starting to return water to small water cycles. And look how it is practices. This is one small city. It doesn't matter. It's Wuppertal, or Slovakia, and Košice, and Bratislava, or New York, Paris. Everything is oriented to channelize water. This is parking place around shopping street, and with water it is harvest to channel system and transport to river, and we are support to go ahead away directly very fast to stream, river, and to sea. And from these knowledges, how to create this on the time align, what is mean? If this water is starting to lose from system, every year is decreasing of infiltration water to soil and underground. After that, it is decreasing of vapor water, and real evapotranspiration it is slowly decrease and decrease. On the end, it is desert. And it's very bad and very danger perspective for us, because with water on the small water cycle is loss and loss and loss, and after that it is losing, it's raining. And the same situation was 5,000 years ago on the Sahara region and Persian and in the Arabian Peninsula, and before that, I think it's Australia. And around this is growing of extremality of climatic events. And it is bad news, but if we understand this system, how it's working, and it's because it's a whole system of water loss from continents. And we calculate on the case of Slovakia. Slovakia is a very rich country of desertification. After that, it's globally lost annually 760 billion tons of water annually, which means on the territory of sea, it is 2.1 millimeter of sea level rise is about 3 millimeters. Yeah, which means it is real. We need to understand a reality between rainwater and what is mean, how is recycling in small water cycle. And if we open this small water cycle and water loss from continent, create desert, decreasing of, for example, photosynthesis, degradation, fertilizing of soil, growing of extremality of flooding, flash floods. After that is drawing and so on, and together with sea level rise. And it is bad news. And good news is this very simple solution. And this simple solution we are starting to develop on the conflict around this big water reservoir in my region. And we are starting to helping for community to helping to understand you cannot leave your historical space. You can to participate, restore of water on the nature. And look how it's working. It's very naive solutions, and this naive solution creates small creek. And which means it is on the timeline, if we understandable this process, we can to starting to return water to the system. And after that, this is pumping water to small water cycle, growing of precipitation, decreasing of extreme event on the atmosphere. It is very simple. And we are starting this idea closely about 25 years ago, and look how it's working. It's very fast. Water over slope is harvest. It is rainwater. And the result is growing and to decreasing is flood prevention, drought prevention, climate prevention, support biodiversity, and so on. And it's we publish these knowledges on the new water paradigm, which we published in 2007. It's around 15 years ago. And my team completely on the without scientific communities, because we are still on the conflict, because people don't understand, still thinking of we need to protect on the water only, river and water reservoir. And we need to go to closely to drops of water. We need to harvest every drop of rainwater to the ecosystem and bring new lives. And the whole civilization, it's everywhere, in Germany, in France, in Persian territory or Africa. We really forgot that rainwater is a gift from God. And this gift from God, we need after using return to God, to sky. And after that, it's a completely sustainable system. And this new water paradigm was translated to curious language to Korean language, to Persian language, to just now is translated to Arabian language, to French language, and we have in English version too, of course, and we are trying to calling to people, listen, people. This is our perspective. It is our needs for to protect our nature and recovery of the climate system, because we are completely involved on the small water cycle, and we need to help for synergy effect between people, between nature, between water, between climate system and biodiversity too. And again, this is look. This is mainstream is still speaking about we need to stop to overgrowth of temperature 1.5 degrees, and because but this model scenario which was developed and don't accept with this relationship between water and solar energy and how it's working. And after that, it's not possible. It's really not possible, because it's with growing of temperature is not dependent on the CO2. Increasing of temperature is completely dependent on the dry lands and change of solar energy, not to latent heat, but to sensible heat. And it's we are have a lot of cases in Slovakia. We starting in on the government level in 2011, 2010, because we had quite a nice prime minister in this time, and this program was involved on the government level and was starting building a lot of natural basing solutions in around 500 communities around Slovakia. It is like one solution, one water retention measures, and how is working. This is good for climate system, for biomass production, for water protection, for flood prevention, from recycling of water. And I don't know about negative impact from the harvesting water on the ecosystem. And this concept, and we harvest a lot of photo documentation, and this is publication which we published in 2012 and to sharing to communities. Listen, this is your perspective. Please help for water, because we need to understand. And we had, for example, windstorm in Slovakia, in a national park in Haitatras. And look, this was in November, was completely destroyed 12,000 hectares of forest. And my NGO starting to calling to sponsor, listen, guy, this, please give money for this. And we can help to very fast to develop to restore of nature, and we built thousand and thousand very naive solution which can which harvest and rainwater, and just after that plenty of trees. And to look about these results, it is a picture from last year, 2 years ago in November. And it's just now is completely overgrown, and it's only one part from this 12,000 hectares in national park, which are quite some best condition of forest. And on this concept, we developed this because I was involving politicians in a regional parliament in my region in Košice. And I calling to my colleague, listen, guy, please help for that. And we developed this whole action plan for my region is around 7,000 square kilometers. And the whole idea is very simple. It is to harvest, because we analyze on the whole territory, and we decided to create these water retention measures and the ecosystem approach, 60 million cubic meter It is cost about 400 million cubic, create 3,000 jobs. A sequestration of carbon, because more water in nature, more harvesting of growing of biomass, and biomass it is not only from water but from CO2 from atmosphere, and it's real 1.1 million tons of organic carbon is harvested to soil and biomass, which means for this we need around 7 million tons of CO2 into harvest and to support of fertilizing of soil. It is good because it's CO2 is a keystone for life. It is not danger for people. I don't understand why around the globe people speaking we need to decarbonization of society. It is completely danger to decarbonize of atmosphere. And around this we are increase of fertilizing of soil, creation of water sources, decreasing of heat islands, and decreasing of temperature, which means official majority way it is not a perspective, because it's starting to thinking that we need to decreasing of growing of temperature 1.5 degrees, but this is concept which are decreasing of temperature. And we solution a minimum 10 to 20 times cheaper, like decarbonization. And from decarbonization, it knows the results. It is not possible to decreasing of temperature, because it's, this mattering molecule of CO2 have not impact on the weather and climate system of planet Earth. And what is mean about this reality? Look, with this concept on the Košice region, it is possible to calculate, and it's every ecosystem on agriculture, forest, urban can to harvest. We need to change everything. We need to change of law for change from dry up of lands. We need to harvest rainwater on the system and create this harmony between our needs and perspectives of sustainable life. And it's it is Nexus approach economical calculation, and look, this is 10 years, and we are completely solve this problem in climate change. It is climate change is not about 100 or 200 years. It is just now. We need to start in just now, and after 10 years, we will be completely success. And we, on this concept, we develop this. It is necessary to involve a lot of people. And if you are calculating on global level, it is create this job more than 100 million jobs for poor people. If you are looking on Africa, and if we create, we don't need to bring fish for these people. We need to create system which can starting to restore of nature and small water cycle, and after will be flowing streams, river, and grow of fish on the stream. And this is a tendency which we need to have, and globally, if we harvest this rainwater, which is now overflow to sea and to starting to harvest to ecosystem on the continent, we will completely success. It's very fast. If you like to decide it to this concept after 10 years, it's everything will be working. Which means it is cycle economy, it's global cycle economy, it's about water. To harvest and water to in the nature, starting to create great possibility for local economy, for biodiversity, for security of people, for fertilizing of soil, to decreasing of temperature and harmony of on the life. And this is picture which was growth last time in Slovakia, and we developed with this like water rotor system, which means in its central point, it is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is dependent on the sun. We send on the sun, have on the sky. We have CO2 in atmosphere, and we need brink of water. And if we are bringing water to the system, and with water rotor starting to develop whole natural sources for global society, and starting to restore of humans, financial sources, technology sources, info sources, and natural sources, and we have this impact like this one, and we presented this concept on the United Nations Conference for Water, and calling, listen, guys, this is please. Can to help for this, and go with us to participate, because it's completely simple solutions and can to help for everybody. And this concept, which just now is curious because is on the website of European Commission, and I am still looking to God, please help for when people need to understand how it's easy to recovery and healing whole system of planet Earth, because it's, if you are looking on water, we need water for biodiversity, for society which are living countryside and rural areas, in cities and so on, and it's, we need to restore water for all, for water security, food security, social security, for climate security, and global economy. And it is, I think it's, it is my last slides. Thank you for your attention. Vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Sorry for accumulating. This concept was developed and so last time around this other voluntary NGOs which are trying to call to people everywhere around the globe, not only Slovakia, because water is not isolated, water working without borders. Thank you a lot for listening to me, and please help for water.